Good morning. I'm Rex Campbell with Campbell K9 University. I'm working with Echo today. I was just going to go over, the basics when we start. So on the last video, I think I did the look command, charging the marker, and beginning of luring. For a beginning dog, I'm going to turn their head to the right or the left. Yes. To the right. Yes. Down. Yes. Up. Yes. Good girl. I'm going to get her to take a step. Yes. Good girl. And that's all we're trying to do in the beginning. After we've worked on that stuff and the dog is following it well, I will take the lure and I don't say the command at first. I roll her head up. Come on. Yes, good girl. Break. Good girl. Come on. Yes, good girl. Break. Yes, good girl. Break. Yes. So since I know that the dog will sit when I'm luring, now I will introduce the command. We do not introduce the command until we know that it is probable that the dog can do it. If I get her over here, I know she's going to do it. Sit. Yes. Reward. Break. So that's the 4 steps of the command. We give the command. We have to define when the marker, the positive marker, is done. So for sit, I tell everybody that their butt is pushing the button that makes the yes come out of your mouth. So when I come over here, I go sit. Yes. Reward. Break. Good girl. So the break, that is our release word. That means the dog can be a free dog. And normally when we're training, we have treats, the dog stays engaged with us. That's kind of the process for teaching a dog to sit. We assign the command after it's probable they'll do it. Yes. Break. Good girl. Sit. Yes. Break. Sit. Yes. Break. So now they're doing that. We're going to work on something else. We're going to work on the downing. Now we're not going to say the command. We're just going to lure their head down, forward just a little bit. Yes. Break. Have her do it again. Yes. Break. Now that I know that my dog will do it, I'm going to assign the command, right? So I say, down. Yes. Break. So I'm working the moment in time her elbows hit the ground. Break. Good girl. Come on. Down. Yes. Break. Good girl. Down. Yes. Break. Break. Good girl. Down. Yes. Break. Good girl. Down. Yes. Break. Good girl. So we go through the same steps, right? We're using all 4 steps of the command. The command, the marker when they complete the command, the reward, and we release them. And I like to use a large influx of my voice when I'm doing that. So on sitting down both, when we go from luring, what we want to do is just kind of gesture similarly over their head to get them to sit, okay? Break. So I'm going to say sit. Yes. Break. Sit. Yes. Break. Now the sign for sit, break, is palm up, right? So my hand's down here. I say, Echo, come on. Sit. Yes. Break. Sit. Yes. Break. All right, so same thing with down, right? So with down, our progression is going to be, instead of being kneeling all the way down here, we're going to try to do it from here, down, because they know the command, remember? Yes. Break. Good girl. Down. Yes. Break. Good girl. Come on. Down. Yes. Break. Down. Yes. Break. I kind of lured her up that time. That wasn't very clean. Echo, come on. Now with the same thing, I'm going to start introducing the hand sign, right? So that always precedes what the dog already learned. We already taught her the command. We started out luring, taught her the command, verbal. Now we're going to teach her the sign. So I'm going to do palm down, and then I'm going to say it. Down. Yes. Break. Down. Yes. Break. Down. Yes. Break. Good girl. Yes. Break. So Echo's already been through all these progressions, but the way, I kind of use the gauge. If I tell the dog to down, and I'm here, and they're successful 4 times out of 6, then my next repetition might be in 5 minutes after I get through doing a new command. I come back and I do the first 2 of my set of 6 to 8 repetitions. I do the first 2 just like the dog was succeeding before. If they do those 2 properly, then I advance. The next one, I'm coming up to my knee with my hand, right? But I'm holding that position. I'm holding that hand down, just like I lured them down to the ground, but my palm is down. And so they're starting to get that hand sign a little bit. I have the treats in my hand, palm is down. And then the next time, my next progression, I'm gonna go by the same rule. If they get 4 out of 6 there, then I'm gonna stand up more, right? I'm gonna work my way to a total upright position with my shoulders back. Now, one of the other early commands that we teach is place. So, what we do with place, I like to start off with more than one object. It can be a kitchen chair, a welcome mat, anything that's defined. And I say, come on, Echo. I get her on it. Again, we're not saying the command. Yes. We're luring them onto new surfaces. Yes. And I release a reward. See how she's following my hand? So I'm luring her. Remember, engagement means that they're licking it, sucking it, trying to get it from you. My job is to keep the reward at the dog's face. Keep her engaged. Now that I know that she'll get on them, now I assign the command. Yes. Echo, place. Yes, good girl. Echo, place. Yes, good girl. So remember, we're not using the break command if we're given, no. See her fix it herself? We don't use the release word because if we tell a dog to be in a position or a place, they're using the implied stay. They're supposed to stay there until you either give them another command or the release word. So I'm given another command. Now when I'm done, I would say the release word. So now that my dog is doing it well and I've assigned the command, place, yes, good girl. I'm gonna try to speed him up. That's kind of the progression, is that I start moving my hand out away from him a little bit. Place, yes, oh good girl. So if the dog is being speedy, remember my 4 out of 6 rule, right? If they're doing well, then I can progress. So place, yes, good girl. Okay. Yeah, no. Yes, good girl. So I marked it when she fixed it. Now I'm going to spread these out. Echo, place, and I'm using the same hand gesture that I was using. Echo, place, yes, oh good girl. Echo, place, yes, good girl. So now I'm just going from the edge of each one with my hand, and I'm going ahead of her. Echo, place, yes, good girl. Echo, place, yes, good girl. Echo, place, yes, good girl. Easy. No. So see, I'm still using negative markers, all right? Now I'm standing here. I'm going to try to, I can kind of get my hand to that one, but it's a little bit short, and it's going to be short to this one. So I go, Echo, place. Yes, good girl. So, nope. So now my hand isn't really going over the board. Echo, place. Yes, good girl. I'm kind of leaving my left foot in the same place, right? Echo, place. Yes, good girl. So see how I didn't lean over that time? I'm progressing. Echo, place. Yes, good girl. I'm going to move it more. I'm going to stand in the middle of them. Echo, place. Yeah, nope. Yes, good girl. You want easy. You hear me? Easy. Echo, place. Yes, good girl. Echo, place. Yes, good girl. So we just keep growing our distance. Echo, place. Yes, great. Oh, good girl. Knocked the treats right out of my hand. Anyhow, so that was sit down in place is what we're adding. And so I want to make sure that you guys understand what place is. It's not a position that they're in. They don't have to lay down, stand, or anything. They can be a dog on that defined space. Examples, when you have company coming over and you have a reactive dog, you have them placed on their place board when people come in, and they stay there until their excitement has died down. And then they're in a learning mindset, so you can teach them how to greet people. Now, we also use it when our grandkids are over. Kimber and Echo circle the table like sharks. They know beyond a doubt that somebody's going to drop some food. And so we use the place command when we eat dinner. And that way the dogs stay put until we release them and they're not begging at the table or circling the kids like sharks. People do a lot of neat things. You can look it up on the internet. Some people have their dog placing on fire hydrants. They have them doing all kinds of fun stuff also with the command, and it builds confidence in the dog. They really like running and jumping. So we do it on high things, little things. We go to Mingus Park and they place on rocks, benches. Echo accidentally, I pointed from across the trail to a big rock, and she ran and she actually jumped over the rock and landed in the hedge. There's actually a photo on Facebook of that. Anyhow, but they really enjoy it. They really like running and jumping. It's a confidence building exercise. So we don't ever force them onto a place. It's just like anything else. If I have got them to place on these two beds and I go down there to work on the trampoline and my dog has never done that, I'm not going to say the command. I'm going to lure them on first. Once I know they'll go on it, then I say the command. You guys, it's really important that we follow that process, because when we're introducing something new and if we're given the command, now the golden rule is you can only say it once, but the dog needs to have completed the command within 3 seconds to make the association. So instead what you're doing is you're giving a command and teaching the dog that they don't have to follow it, right? That they can get away without doing what you're asking. So we don't say a command unless we're prepared to enforce it, and that's why we train with a leash on. And we don't, we try to make good association. So when we slow down and we work on ourselves and what we do, then you know, our timing is the most important thing as far as I'm concerned. But positive and negative markers, marker training is great. I mean, it's really, really good way to communicate with your dog and allow them to clearly understand when they're right and wrong. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.